What's going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we'll be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as Raven Coin to Bitcoin. As always, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications. Otherwise, let's jump into today's episode. So we have a lot to discuss. We're going to be discussing Bitcoin's potential $25,000 move that obviously we'll see a spike in Litecoin as well. And speaking that potentially everybody is too bearish in terms of seeing some growth within Litecoin. And Bitcoin, Litecoin and Bitcoin fairly soon. Also, we're going to be looking at Raven Coin's massive 200% gain in like 24 hours. It's pretty wild. Otherwise, let's just jump into the coin market cap and then we'll get through all of that stuff. So obviously you can see coin market cap 209 billion, 9.9 moves and 53.6%. I believe that is what we are currently at. I'm just going to refresh it really quick. But yeah, no significant change. Everything seems to just be at a consolidation, at a standpoint. Seems like it's been acting quite stable for a coin that really isn't stable. And I wonder how that would quite affect the market if coins became stable. I know a lot of people are out of money, but if there was one coin or all coins that were at a stable price or fairly grew, you know, would it be something to be worth putting your money into? Like, let's say fiat currency was too much overinflated. Would it be smarter to invest in a cryptocurrency, a decentralized coin that was stable, that would not change in its price? Would that be something that you guys would take advantage of? Would you put your money into it and use that as a currency? Now that we have seen in yesterday's video that even restaurants are accepting Litecoin and Bitcoin as a payment method, is that a thing that's what you guys would do? You know, let me know in the comments down below if you would consider using cryptocurrency and decentralized currency as a terms of payment. Are you guys already doing it, or would you consider doing it in the future if we saw some more long-term adoption, retail adoption? Otherwise, as you guys can see, Bitcoin at 64.82, Ethereum at 205, and then Litecoin at 52.68. And then to show you guys Raven Coin really quick, seems to be up 37.56% in the last 24 hours, and it has still been taking off. So sorry when I said 200% in 24 hours. It was like 3 or 4 days. It's been just continuously growing exponentially. So we will be looking at that. Otherwise, moving on to, as you can see, Ethereum World News, we have Fundstrat's Tom Lee says 25,000 for Bitcoin is still possible. People are too bearish. So that's what I want to talk about. As I scroll down, you can see Fundstrat is the executive maintains bullish Bitcoin predictions, calls investors bearish. When it comes to Bitcoin bulls, there isn't anyone as optimistic as Tom Lee. I believe Tom Lee is the one that we have seen on our old CNN videos, that when he would go on and speak about cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Litecoin, all those, he was the one that went on to CNN and we were talking about him. So that is who that is I am referencing. So hopefully you guys are aware of that. Otherwise, he says that foremost crypto asset is poised to surpass 25,000 even in spite of a bearish market. After a multiple weeks hiatus from discussing crypto assets, Lee, who is currently acting as the managing director of Fundstrat Global Advisors, sat down to Blockchain Chick to discuss his crypto market predictions in depth. That'd be pretty cool if I got him on the channel. So basically, he's just saying people are too bearish. What happens is people get bearish because it makes sense. You know, the market conditions have been terrible and we are under our 200-day moving average. We just published a report this week that pointed out to our clients that when Bitcoin is under its 200-day, it only goes up 50% of the time in the next 6 months. But when it's above its 200-day, it is up 80% of the time. So the trend implied by the 200-day is obviously very important. So there's a lot more to this article that pretty much discuss his potential place and case. It says, according to Lee's research, by year's end, the break-even cost of mining one Bitcoin will rise to $8,000 to $9,000 and often trades at over 2 times its break-even, hence the bullish 20,000 prediction price. So basically what he's saying is the fact that I think mining fees are around like $5,000 or $6,000. So after that, it becomes not profitable and miners stop doing that. So if we see double, which he's saying, you know, if it's 5 and we see like a $10,000 coin right now, he's saying it'll move up slowly to 8 and 9. So he's definitely guaranteeing almost that an $8,000 and $9,000 Bitcoin are almost inevitable. So that is something to pay attention to in the way he's wording that. He says give 100% probability to the negative when a bottom is nearing. So it's definitely an interesting article. Definitely recommend checking that out. As for Ravencoin, the reason for its massive surge in the past 200% gains is because it was listed on Binance. The world's number one, and I know I've said in the past, Coinbase was like number one. I think it might be in the United States, but in the entire market with the Asian culture too, we seem to have Binance as its number one exchange in the world, which is wild. The number one platform for trading cryptocurrency. So basically, our Raven was listed on Binance, and I believe there's no fees for trading the coin, which is really good news. And it basically shot up this ICO quite a bit, 200%. You know, these calls are almost impossible to predict unless you're truly following that one coin. But because there's so many altcoins in the market, it's hard to find which exact one is going to be moving up. But it's nice to see that Raven coin is shooting up quite a bit. Let me know if you guys have, you know, put a little money into Raven coin. And it's very interesting. If you kind of dabble and throw a little bit of money into some of these coins, you could see a massive rise. You know, it's definitely a possible thing. You know, so definitely diversify your portfolio is my best advice for you. So moving on to Litecoin and the top 3 blue chips. As you guys can see, yesterday we did draw on a trend channel that we were having. You can see we drew a resistance up here at 53.37 and a support right here at 51.29, and we're kind of tracking whether or not the coin is able to break bullish from that or break bearish from that. But as you guys can see, recently we have pretty much just been trending in between here and trading out sideways, which is definitely an interesting, you know, way to trade. We're not really seeing any movement in any direction at a, you know, a massive movement like this or like this. So it's kind of, we're coming to a more stable, you know, climactic end. So we're really anticipating, because this is not, you know, something that can be long term, we're looking for some sort of potential bullish or bearish movement in a very quick time. You know, I cannot see this, you know, hugging here for quite a long time. I do think it's going to end fairly soon, and then we could see a potential pop, you know, to 55.60. And I know we've seen a lot of these bearish downtrends, so it is very possible that we could fall even lower. I truly think it would be a small dip to maybe around, I would say, the 49.62 line that we have drawn right here for Litecoin. Moving on to Bitcoin, it's very odd to see what Bitcoin's doing. It looks like it's trying to branch back out and retest its high-low minimum moving average at $6,700, which I think it does want to do. There's been a slight suppression on the market at around $6,500. We've seen it pull back down, but it's interesting to note that we kind of did break crazy bullish from this support right here. So we kind of found our bottom for Bitcoin at around $6,200. You can see we broke crazy bullish, retraced back down, a lot of negative downwards pressure. We kind of traded out of the downtrend, and now we're trading above it, and we're kind of using this as a support right now instead of our resistance, and we seem to try to be moving back up to our high-low MMA at $6,700. So that is definitely a move that I am looking forward to seeing. Also very interesting with Ethereum, the fact that it broke bearish. It seems to have caught up with its high-low MMA, and it's kind of just trading sideways with the rest of the coins. So obviously, Ethereum and Litecoin are both waiting for Bitcoin's next move. So sideways trading, it is slightly behind Litecoin and Bitcoin. Sorry, Litecoin and Ethereum. It's slightly behind Bitcoin's movement right now. So it is starting to form a trend, and we're honestly going to see a potential pop in the price when Bitcoin starts to move up. Moving on to Ravencoin, the one that hopefully you guys have all been waiting for. Very odd movement right here, but basically there isn't much technical analysis to be drawn on here. It seems like this ICO just recently started all the way back in August 18th. That at least was when it was listed on Bittrex for trade. So it hasn't been out for much long. It does seem to have some sort of bottom. So obviously I'm going to draw on a bottom. And I am going to give you my technical analysis, you know, my 2 cents. So here's the bottom that I have found within Ravencoin. We do have this uptrend. You can see we practically just exploded in price, you know, massive, massive, massive gains right there. But basically, to sum things up, the only thing that I am truly noticing is the fact that we are tending to be quite overbought right now. I'm actually going to move this down right here. This seems to be some sort of resistance right here, kind of a support. And then right here, some sort of suppression. Mainly the fact that we are extremely overbought on the relative strength index, almost nearing 90 on the RSI, is a huge indicator that this, on the daily charts too, is practically the end of Ravencoin's bull run, and we are probably going to start seeing this retrace back down the next couple of days. But otherwise, that's going to sum up the episode for today, guys. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, leave a giant thumbs up if you like this content and want to see more, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode. Peace.